the technical stuff is not going to be tough because everyone going to doing it. But the matter of
Mhm.
fact that once we're talking about some the management perspective, if we're talking about some the compliances project point of view, and if you're talking about some that the requirement analysis point of view, and if we're talking about some how do you cost effective management solution about the cloud computing, this is the headache for every what CISO or CTO or the architecture designer. How? Because the companies are required a cost effective solution. Cost effective solution, it means that value for money. Suppose I'm going to investing 2 lakhs rupees per month basis, so what things I'm going to getting it? And my concern is always that if I'm a CTO, my concern always is there, how would I reduce the costing? Okay, suppose you are running your own company, and you always be taking care that yes, what is a cost effective solution? How would I what save my costing is all about. So it is the cloud computing is more about what the operational excellence. If you have heard about the SIM solution, source solution, or cyber security, cyber threat intelligence is all about.
Yep. I have heard all of those things, and basically we are using Elasticsearch, Kibana, and Logstash
Mhm.
in our SIEM solution, and we are also planning to implement Splunk. So,
Yes.
so that is these things are there. Apart from that, currently we are in the midway of implementing Azure in our current organization. Means Abu Dhabi ports. Basically, they were completely on premise before. You understand?
Yes.
So right now they are migrating to Azure. So that's why I decided to take this certification
Yes.
because
Yes.
I
Very
am
nice.
working as an solution architect here in government agency. So this is a government organization basically. You can say sarkari type ka organization.
Yes. Okay.
So they are they don't have any dearth of money. They have plenty of resources and money as well, you know.
Okay.
So, but they want somebody means I have also prepared some of the architecture diagrams I can share with you. Uh, that is basically related to the implementation of new Azure footprint in our organization, along with Azure Kubernetes cluster actually. So all of the infrastructure as a service platforms that we are taking, the VMs we are taking from Microsoft, Azure Cloud, we will be managing it through AKS, also a runtime fabric. So that's everything is this thing is clear to me. But as far as this theory part and some bits and tits and bits of Azure is concerned, I just wanted to go through it with you with your experience, because as a professional I don't get much time to study. Hello.
Mhm. Okay. So that's
So
great.
maybe if you can share some of your experiences, some live cases, some case studies that you faced, that will help me a lot. You understand? Hello?
Okay. That's so. Today, what I'm going to tell you, because suppose you are doing it first time the cloud computing. Okay.
Yes.
So it's a part of it. You know what the architecture designing. So suppose you are going to starting your first time the cloud computing, then what is the things you need to be create? What is the requirement? Because cloud computing is a huge thing, my dear friends.
For sure. Yes.
So this is all the pandemic. I can say that yes, where you going to start, where you not going to start, what is effect, all those things. So this is the always be the problem for you. Yes, sir, where I can going to be start. What is the first requirement is all about? This is the questions will be coming. Everybody will I'm going to talking about the cloud computing person.
Okay, so as far as the technical requirement is concerned, so currently our infrastructure is getting large day by day. You understand? So basically, every time we have to request for extra processing capacity in order to sustain our APIs and the existing IT assets from the IT department. So recently, our management took a decision that why not to go for some tenancy model, that pay as you go thing.
Mhm.
And we have already have the Azure data center in the Abu Dhabi. So basically, they are very much, they do not share data. Means, every government want to protect their data inside their own territory, right?
Mhm.
So now Azure is here. So in this case, what we planned to migrate our existing data center assets to the Azure cloud and decommission the existing data center slowly and gradually. So it will be hybrid cloud to start with, I would say. So
Yes.
some resources will stay on premise, some resources will move to completely, on Azure. But slowly and gradually, we will decommission our existing data centers, and then we will make use of Azure completely. We will
Mhm.
rely on Azure. Hello?
Yes, you're right. So yes, it's more about what the concepts that, but I'm talking about the things which you're going to be starting. The things like I'm talking about somebody in my company. Suppose I don't know ABC about the Azure, and I'm a security administrator or I'm a security cloud consultant in the company. So which is the things I'm going to start first? So first of all, what I'm going to do, I would like to go for the benchmarking. What do you mean by benchmarking? I will let you know, because the 303 and 304 is also the same. The part of it. So this is the things which I'm talking about right now. So first of all, you need to understand the single data center implementation, and another thing is cross DC implementation. Do you know that what is all about single and cross DC implementation?
Yes. So it's more about, business continuity plan, like, how you want to sustain your business, or business continuity and disaster recovery things. So single data center implementation means, in one zone itself, like in Abu Dhabi is a zone and UAE is a region. So in this case, if I want to go for Abu Dhabi level implementation only, so in this case, I can have one zone. Inside that zone, I can have multiple clusters. So it can sustain only with the cluster failures. But if the zone will fail, I don't have any other choice. So in this case, mainly, as far as business continuity plan is concerned, so we should take care of, that the assets should be distant enough that if any catastrophe or any, the natural disaster happens, then the business can cope with it. Means it is high level. Maybe I am not too much technical here, so I will come to the technical terms slowly and gradually.
No
as
problem.
as as I get myself familiarized with Azure with time, along with you. Hello.
Okay, yeah, great. So
Yeah.
you almost into the same point I'm talking about here. The single DC implementation, cross DC implementation. The first thing is the data center. Data center, it means the database. So I can
Yeah.
say that single tier implementation or three tier or two tier architecture.
Mhm.
Okay. So cross DC, you can simply say, sir, it's a two tier or it's a three tier architecture. Three tier architecture, three data centers. And three data center, it means three database locations. Simple. So I'm
Right.
talking about here, if you have a single data center implementation, then you have chances are more that if any, what mishappening happen, okay, your business not going to be continue, okay, because you have only one location there, everything is available. But the costing parameters, yes, its costing is less in single DC implementation. So as a architect, as a solution architect of the cloud computing, you should be providing a solution, but you will be take care that yes, costing versus the feasibility and the applicationability and the manageability is more important. So if you're talking about some data centers implementation, so the two things coming to the picture here. First thing is a business continuity plan, and the second thing is a disaster recovery plan, and third thing is cost benefit analysis. So I think you have aware about the three terms which I'm talking about right now is the business continuity plan and disaster recovery plan and the cost benefit analysis.
Yes, for sure. Just to add on the top of this, so I have worked on this analysis on Azure part recently. So I got all the inputs from Microsoft guys themselves, right? But based on that, I did some cost benefit analysis for my company and gap analysis as well. So what I got to know that like for example, I had to choose between active or active passive or cold disaster recovery plans, means what will work with us. So we have to categorize our critical applications that which need highest availability, like active clusters, and which can run on the active passive, or which can be the cold backups kind of stuffs. You understand? So this kind of, we have to segregate everything into this kind of plans in order to minimize or optimize the cost, I would say. Not minimize, optimize the cost of ownership.
Mhm.
Yeah. So I did this exercise for my company.
Yeah, it's good to go. Then your idea about the management, what's the management required, but the students are what they're working on a technology part, but they are not going to understand the point of view of the management, what the
Yeah.
management is required, what the management is thinking is all about.
Mhm.
So it's very good that you are talking about some management things is over there, because it's a combination of management and also about I'm talking about the technical things.
Exactly.
But technical things you can learn anywhere, everywhere. But the
Mhm.
management skills will not going to tell anybody
Yes.
because it is required experience, exposure
Yes.
on the technology side. And that is why, because if you going for YouTube or everywhere, you would learn the yes technology part. You're going to understand how to create the storage, how to create the networking, how to create the instances. It's simple things. It's 2, 4, 3 clicks. You're going to create anything over there. Okay, but we talking about here is what the management prospects, because you are a cloud consultant. The consultant is we talking about here that you have everything. You need to be provide your experience on the same. Okay, then we're talking about some cloud questions. So these are some questions will going to be you can going to be asked to somebody else or in the interviews, and we are especially going to ask the interviews questions from this particular things: the cost optimization, performance efficiency, reliability, and the security questions, and also the operational excellence is all about, right? So
Right.
this I'm gonna send to you, no problem with this. So that you have just try to find out the answers from your side. What factors drive your operation priorities? Okay, how do you
Okay.
evolve operations? How do you manage operational events? What factors drive your understanding on operational health? So this is the things you're going to be just try to ask the questions to yourself. You're managing the cloud computing. Yes, this is the questions. Once you find out the questions, all those things, you easily understand the architecture designing of AWS and Azure. Okay, so this is what I'm going to send you. We are on the same question here right now. So yes, we have cross DC and single DC. You understand. Then we have zones. We have zone. It means the locations, because in the single DC we have one location. So just try to find out the applications, business applications. Okay, and try to find out the configuration of the servers and number of nodes required for the applications. And this is the things I'm talking about here is your existing applications, existing company costing. Suppose you were talking about, sir, we are, you know what, we are, implementation the questions, we had implement the things on our on premises. So my first question as a cloud architect or cloud consultant, what is the costing of your on premises servers? Suppose I'm talking about the application. Suppose you can say, sir, my SQL servers are working the two number of nodes we have, and this is the configurations we have, and we have 2 GB of units memory, 4 GB of units, and the costing of VMs cost 1.62, and this is the cost of total costing will be there. Okay, so this is the first thing is I'm going to check it out. What is the current costing of your current infrastructure? Okay,
Right.
then I'm talking about the Azure virtual machines types. Okay, as per this use case, I'm talking about, yes, we if you go to the 32 GB of hard disk and 4 GB of memory and two number of CPUs, this is the VM costing, and its VM costing is 180. So it's more around the 3093. It's the costing.
That is dollar, right? Okay.
Yes. Then I'm talking about here the AWS, okay, EC2 VM types. Because I'm not talking about the Azure is the best thing, okay? Because I'm a cloud consultant, I cannot say this is the company's very best company. Go for it, because the other company will say that you know Azure very well. That is why you're talking about the Azure is best. What about the AWS? What about the Google? Okay, so once you go for the benchmarking, you will have to go for each and every cloud. Compare at least two clouds. I can say that. So it's best for you as a cloud consultant, because if you are in the company, you have comparing the costing from at least two vendors. The same thing is there.
These are the benchmarking parameters that you have written here, like
Yes,
which one? Sorry, these are these are the benchmarking parameters. Okay,
yes, you're right.
and based on this, okay, uh,
So you have seen
means
that we have 444 3093 and 43293. Yo, yes, I can say that your costing is very high, but it's a costing of right now current situation.
mhm,
Company will say that my users are increased, my business is increased, then the costing will be
mhm,
increased same time. It's the costing currently, but after 2 years, there is no flexibility over there. You need to procurement the servers again, and the costing will be higher. But
mhm.
here it is, you don't need to go for the procurement. This is the, what, next 2 years, 3 years, already I'm going to plan.
Okay.
Okay, so it's a flexibility is over there in the same. So this is for the single DC implementation, and the same thing is going to be applied on the DC cross DC implementation. It means that we have single zone and zone 2 and zone 3. So zone 3, it means that we going to only go for the database arbiter in the zone
Uh,
3. Don't go each and everybody, because if you're going to create each
yeah,
and
like
everything.
one question here.
Yes, yes, please. Hello. 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 Are you able to hear me? Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello,
Hello. Yes.
can you hear me, Mahesh?
Yes, I hear you.
डिवाइस से कनेक्ट हो गया किसी को कॉल लग गया
हाँ,
हेलो हेलो बोल रहा था मेरे लाउड स्पीकर
अच्छा, तो मेरे इससे कनेक्ट हो गया है शायद।
किसी टीम से
नहीं, इससे मेरे।
आपने किसको कॉल लगाया उधर से हेलो हेलो आ रहा था
1 मिनट, ये है ना।
हाँ ये मेरा है
लेकिन कैसे कनेक्ट हो गया?
अभी देखो कॉल कहाँ गया मोबाइल में गया है कि टीम में गया क्योंकि उधर से आदमी बोल रहा था बार बार हेलो हेलो आर यू हियर मी हमें तो लग रहा है कुछ ऑफिस का बंदा का किसी का आदमी आवाज था
नहीं, मैं समझ गया, ले आओ तो जरा वो।
उससे क्या है वो तो स्पीकर है आप यहाँ से देखो ना
1 मिनट, लेट मी चेक।
इसको डिस्कनेक्ट कर दिए ठीक है इधर भी से करोगे डिस्कनेक्ट मैं देख रहा हूँ ना मेरा
Hello. Yes, I hear you. Nahul.
Hello.
Yes, Nahul.
Sorry, I think my computer was connected to some other speaker in another room.
Okay, okay, no problem.
Okay, no problem. So I just disconnected it. It will be fine now. So can you? Okay. Uh, yes, what you were saying? Hello.
We're talking about some 3D architecture. Okay,
Mhm.
and 3D architecture means the cross-DC implementation. So we have very good terms like what do you understand about the replication or synchronization of data? Synchronization is different and replication is different thing. And deduplication is another thing. Do you aware about these technologies, words?
Yes.
Yes, please go ahead.
Okay. So synchronization is something, basically, it's a in a simple word, if I can say that we are pushing the messages across different data centers. Means it's a messaging pattern, which and these messages will be synced to two different data centers in the real time. And replication is something like you run some scheduled job to replicate data from one data center to another data center in bulk, something like that. Means maybe if I'm not able to put the right words here, but if you can correct me, that would be great. Yeah.
And
Hello.
replication?
About replication, it's kind of replicating the same data. Means transferring the bulk data from one data center to another data center at certain point of time or in certain periods. For example, if I want to replicate the whole data center or whole cluster, storage cluster, from data center 1 to another storage cluster in data center 2, or a zone 2, or in the same region. So in this case, uh, this transfer mechanism will be called as replication, if I'm not wrong.
Okay, okay. And deduplication?
Deduplication is something, uh, I'm not able to recollect the exact words, but I know about this. Like from the, if you can put something here, I would.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Synchronization means that suppose the time synchronizations basically. So the NTP server, you heard about it. NTP is your network time server. So that suppose the India locations, I'm going to implement the Exchange server or different server. So 5:30 India IST zone will be there. And if I put the servers in the US location, so we have different time zone, and Middle East have some different time zones. So synchronization between the time, that's why we're going to use synchronized as, okay, as the time as synchronized. And application is more constantly we are going to use into the data replication, because one location to another location is the data moving. Okay. And this, and data deduplication, it means that suppose you have data copied one location and the same data is going to copy again. There's a version 1.1, version 1.2, version 1.3. So it will not going to be copied because the data is already there. So data deduplication going to be used into the storage. If you're going to use the EMC, data storage EMC or Veeam software, any, or you can say that you're going to using into uh, the glacier or whatever. So data deduplication is basically is going to stop that for the deduplication. Okay, its duplication is going to be stopped. So the version controlling is going to become. Okay, so this is the old terms and going to be using it. So as we're talking about into the Azure platform, first of all, the benchmarking you need to doing it. I'm going to send this particular PPT to you. You can go to, you're just going to check it out from your end. Okay. And then we talk about some the AWS useful links. So the matter of fact that suppose I'm talking about some of the things like that. Yes, what is the comparison? Which one is going to do first? Because my what teaching pattern is very different. I'm talking about the things which is going to be used in the practical life. What do you mean by practical life? Because you are a cloud architect, and somebody going to ask you, sir, why you talking about always the Azure is your first choice? Why not AWS? Why not Google Cloud? Why not IBM Cloud? So we have different clouds in the market. Which features are which one thing is talking about? So maximum CPU, you can say that in the VM size, 128 is what maximum CPU is going to allocate. Azure is also going to 128. Google Cloud is 160 CPU you're going to be add into the VMs. And then IBM Cloud is 56 VMs going to be added. Maximum memory in GB 3904, 3800. So you have what little comparison between the different clouds, that which is the features wise which we're going to do first. Okay, uptime SLA is 99%, 99, 99, 99, 100%. So just take a look, the SLA is everywhere. And okay, and if you're talking about some, sir, can we get the 1 to 3 years uh, reserved instances commitment from the IBM cloud, monthly commitment, nothing is over there. Somebody will say for sustained use discount, no commitment use for 25% of the month. Commitment discounts 1 or 3 years. So it's matter of fact 1 to 3 years reserved instances, 1 to 3 years reserved instances. Discount cancellations can see in marketplace different notified buyers. So there is no discount for cancellation, nothing like that. So flexibility, this is the, you know what, just going to, you going to do, you know what, elaborate more into this. Okay. So, sir, I would like to know that whether the IBM cloud is going to be compliance with the ISO 27000 or not. So just take a step. ISO 27001, yes, yes, yes. So each cloud is, you know what, compliant for CSA, FISMA, HIPAA, IP, IRAP 27001, MPAA. So as a cloud consultant, you always be take care, sir. Is this the compliant company or not compliant company? So yes, it's compliant with ISO, PCI DSS, HIPAA, FISMA, okay, FedRAP, CSA. So this is all things, man. Then we're talking about, sir, does this system is gonna be using the cloud Linux support or not? So AWS is going to support cloud Linux, but Azure, Google Cloud, and IBM doesn't going to support. Okay, this is all support. IBM Cloud is also going to support. So mainly the CentOS is going to using it, Debian or Core OS or Oracle Linux. Okay, LHEL support by each and everything. So just take a look here before you're going to implement which cloud you're going to go for it, hybrid cloud. So what are the different features? Because the matter of fact that some of the features are not going to be here in India, some features not available in Middle East, some features not available in different country. So before you want to be taking the decision making, just try to figure out which country, what type of features you're going to get it.
Right.
Okay. So there it is. Just going to go for it as once. Okay. So in India, we have Mumbai location, okay, AWS, and in Azure, we have center.
How would we get to know about which feature is available in which location?
Yes, it is available. Don't worry about it. I will going to showing it.
Oh,
But right now,
okay.
this is
Can you
I'm
share this
talking about
link?
the data centers availability.
Okay.
Once you
So
go
can you
going,
share this link with me?
once you go into the portal, it will going to showing it. And once you come for the pricing part, it will also going to showing it. Wait a second. I'm going to provide.
Yeah. Can you share this link with me?
Yes, yes, sure, definitely. It's yours.
Okay.
I'm going to connect with the charger. Wait a second.
Okay.
Yes, so what I'm talking about here is yes. So different countries we have different data centers things we're talking about here. So just take a look here. We have core services. So auto scaling. Yes, I'm talking about here. So auto scaling is going to be maintained where? Okay. So auto scaling and Azure auto scaling and auto scaling there. Bare metal server. Okay. The bare metal server, that's the one particular server. So Amazon EC2 bare metal server instances is available. Okay, it's going to provide like full server. Okay, and bare metal servers also going to provide by the IBM cloud. But Azure and Google Cloud is not going to provide the controlling and applicability of the Azure and Google Cloud. Custom VM sizes, no one going to provide. Suppose you cannot go for your own VM size. Suppose you required 7 GB of RAM in the VM. So this is not option available in the AWS and Azure. 7 GB, yes, you cannot doing it because they have some predefined templates, predefined servers, right? So you're going to be choosing it. And then Google Cloud and IBM Cloud, yes, you're going to be choose as per your like the RAMs. Okay, temporary VMs, you're going to be create and all those things as be required. So try to figure out all those things. Okay, very important prospects for your journey of the cloud. Okay, because it is important that which things you're talking about, which things the things available, which things are not available. So support certificate management is available on the AWS certificate manager, but Azure doesn't have a certificate management. Google Cloud does also not, and is also support the SSL certificates. Okay, web firewall. So I'm going to send you this one link.
Maybe
Okay.
send it right now. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm going to send you. I think you got it. Then the second thing is Amazon, or suppose I'm talking about the Azure. The cloud management platform, this is the things, you know what you're going to take care. The Azure is coming from where? Okay, the VMware, Cloud Stack, and Flexera. This is things. Wait a second. Advantage, disadvantages is all about. So 5 cloud trends for 2020 and 5 actions to taken now. So it means I'm talking about here. Why I'm talking about all those things? You will have to take care. Okay, the new things. Okay, because in the cloud computing, you know what is going to be changing any frequently, dear. So hybrid cloud management. So this is the you know what the news things like that you're going to be getting at any point of time. Average 3.4. Okay, currently using experimenting all those things, my dear.
Mhm.
Okay, and cloud management costing. Yes, this is also some optimization things like that. Okay, schedule limit requested trial. So this is the things will be coming. Requested demo. So it will going to reduce the you know what the costing is optimizing the costing, and you want to download the report and then check out the white papers as the requirement.